this is the trail. My goodness, doesn't think anybody's cleaned this in ages. Ah, now this is a nice trail.
This is the lopper. This is the tool that we use to keep the trail open and clean for hikers for an enjoyable experience. What we're looking for is to create a corridor that's 6 feet wide and 8 feet high.
Why 8 feet high? I don't need it 8 feet high.
Well, for Lisa, for you, I mean, yeah, we only need it 4 feet high, but what if I'm coming behind you and boom, right there?
I suppose.
And we always got to think, you know, heavy rains, snow especially, those things that are up there, they're going to come down. So that's the important reason that we have to have this 8 feet high.
Okay, I get the 8-foot stuff, but you know what really bothers me is this stuff.
Well, and that stuff has to go. I mean, it's infringing on the trail. So you need to get it off. Okay, so that gets off, but that's not the correct way to do it. The correct way to do it is to cut them off right at the trunk.
So what I've learned from you, Larry, is we can't just leave this brush laying here.
Correct, because this needs to be cleared from the trail and the corridor. And the reason for cleaning up the corridor is because this stuff gets in the way of weed whipping.
Ah.
And so then you've got another problem. The weed whippers cannot do a good job if there's branches laying all over the corridor. So everything needs to be cleared off that 6 foot wide corridor. So make sure you get it completely off the 6 foot wide corridor, Lisa.
Oh, but that's what really makes me twitchy.
Yeah, so this is a bad example of previous lopping. These were lopped a few years ago and they were lopped way too high. The correct way to get this down is get them close to the ground as you can. And the reason for that is weed whips are catching those branches. Now the weed whips can go right through.
Okay.
So all of them, straight down to the ground.
So now, Larry, this is brushing me in the head, even though I'm only 5 feet tall, but the trunk's way back there outside the corridor.
Yeah, so this is a problem. So a correct way to do this maybe would be just to cut it off right there. And you got that out, but the whole thing's leaning in. And as this branch grows, it's just going to create another problem. So the best thing to do with this is just to take it right off at the trunk, along with that little one that it was leaning up against. And now you've got a corridor that's clean. Everything that's coming up is growing straight. Nothing's going to fall in here. So we need to cut everything that's in the 6 foot corridor. So
Okay.
as we're coming down the trail, and you...
So, like with this tree, I would just cut this branch?
No. Now this tree is a problem for future years. This is only a foot off the tread. So Lisa, when we're going down the trail and doing this lopping, if in doubt, cut it out.